Hello everyone, Steven here, and I am coming to you with the intent on showing you how to clean your Apsung or any other copper fidget spinner. In all honesty, I think you can probably clean any steel bearing fidget spinner with what I'm about to do. I don't know if you can do it with a ceramic ball. I don't know if rubbing alcohol will do anything to the contents of that, but I have heard that you can clean these things with rubbing alcohol, and that is it. So we're gonna give it a shot. When I bought this thing, it had like 6 minute, and I think 45 seconds was the longest spin time I had with this, and it has significantly dropped. And I'm not sure if that's because wear and tear. I have dropped it. Let me see here. The light's over there, so it's hard for me to see. I've got a couple dings on it. I don't know if you can see. It's landed on the corner a couple times, and so I don't know if like that slight bounce would affect the balance just enough to slow up the spin time, or if maybe dropping it on tile would mess the bearing up on the inside. It no longer spins 6+ minutes. It spins a little bit over 3 minutes, which is still super satisfying to me. But some people want to see if cleaning it will get it back up to that 6-minute game. So today we're going to find out. So I'm going to show you how long this spins, and while I do that, I'm going to get some rubbing alcohol and a glass jar and get ready to clean this thing. So that is it. That is how long it spins now. Nowhere near as long as it used to. So without further ado, let's take this thing apart. I'm going to go get a quarter real quick because I think I need a quarter to get something from the inside of this off. So bear with me. Actually, don't bear with me. I'm going to go get it and I'll be back before you know it. And we're back. Okay. So first things first, this part's not easy at first. Man, I just said first a lot of times. How many times did I say first? First throughout this video. Like, go try to count how many firsts I said. Gosh. Anyway, these thumb pieces are really hard to get off the first time. So my advice is get your pointer finger on the back, maybe more fingers if you want. Put your thumb on the top and really push hard and start spinning. And sure enough, it'll come off. That mine did anyway. But it really took a lot of effort to get this off. So that unscrews. This is a nice fidget spinner. So put that down on the table. Here goes the back piece. There it is. Those two pieces, if you haven't seen the inside of these things, or if you've never taken it apart, these two things are what screw together. And let's just put that together real quick. Those things come together, and your fidget spinner basically spins around that center axis right there. So that's it. That's kind of what your fidget spinner is being held together with these thumb pieces. Other than that, this is what your fidget spinner would look like. So there's your bearings in there, steel bearings. There's 7 pieces of metal, 7 little balls in there around that bearing, and then you got your copper. And so I think you can actually just hold it right here. Yeah, if you had small fingers, I think you could hold right here and spin it. I don't have small fingers, so that's why it's stopping so fast. Is my hand is all up on that. But we're gonna try to clean that little centerpiece, and that's the first time I've actually touched it. And there may be a little bit of oil in there. We'll see. But now to get to the next piece, if you can see, I'm gonna look at this over here. Yes. Do you see the grooves right there? Yes, right there in the center of the screen. I'm gonna try to put this quarter in there and unscrew it. So it may be, it's not going to be big enough. So quarter is a no-go. All right, everyone. So I, too, am with you. This is survival. I want this thing off. I want to try to clean it. I don't have a screw. That's really, it's pretty far apart. I don't know anybody who has a screwdriver that is that thick. So I'm going to try this butter knife. And if this butter knife works, I just want you to know, you could probably do this too. I'm not saying I don't have any tools. I'm sure somebody out there has the coolest tools ever. That's not over here. Oh yeah. So that fits in the grooves. We're gonna spin. Oh, it's a spinner. Of course I gotta spin it. Okay. Anyway, here we go. That is in there. Oh yeah. Again, that initial like breaking the seal of these screws is a little bit of effort, but sure enough, I put this knife in the groove right here, and it worked. Not the tip. If you do the tip, you might bend something. If you do the center of that knife, the metal should be able to survive that process. I was at risk right there. If I bent that knife and my wife found out, this would be my last. It'd be unposted. This video would never be posted because she'd find out and I'd be a goner. Okay, here comes the magic. So, oh wow. Okay, that's really cool. Did y'all know? I'm sorry. This is my first time taking this apart. It actually sits in there. Like, that is the shell of the spinner. So and the bearing is inside of this other piece. This just unscrewed out of here. Like, it was resting in there. That's neat. I didn't know. Okay, now we all know. We are learning together. Okay, so does this... Okay, it pops out the bottom. Here we go. I'm learning. This is crazy. I guess if you were like, had the whole cans, you could really spin that. No, I guess the whole can's too big. Anyway, push this out of the bottom. There it is. I pushed straight through. Did you get the camera? I did. This could be a ring for a child. Kidding. There it is. That is the bearing. That is what makes this fidget spinner spin. Here's the piece that the bearing sits in. Oh man, I should have paid attention. I'm going to put this face up because that is where I'm going to drop it into. Here is my bowl of rubbing alcohol. And I'm just going to put this bearing in there, and I am going to hope for the best, guys. Here we go. It is in. I'm going to get my Q-tip over here. There may be something better to do that with, but I have a Q-tip, and I'm not afraid to ruin a Q-tip. So I'm just going to go around a couple times and really try to get some rubbing alcohol inside the bearings, inside of all the separations. And honestly, what it should be doing, I'm going to let it sit for a little while. What it should be doing is getting all the junk and dirt out of there and probably getting the oil off it as well. I've read and heard from other YouTubers that the oil will actually slow down your fidget spinner. It makes it quieter, so if you're in the office like me, or if you're in school, college, high school, middle school, elementary, whatever, you probably want this thing to be a little bit quieter. Therefore, you don't become a distraction to your peers. Peers is the correct word. I was going to say coworkers, but peers. And then your teacher / boss. If your boss takes it away from you, well, that'd be rough. Won't take it away from you. So, yeah, that's probably been in there for like 30 seconds, maybe a minute. I think that's long enough. Some people say go 3 to 5 minutes. I don't have time for that. So I'm going to move that bearing onto this towel. Here it is. There it is. There's the bearing all dripping of rubbing alcohol. I'm just going to set it... Oh, maybe I don't want to set it on a towel. Do y'all think that fuzz will get in like my fidget spinner if I put it on a towel? I'm torn. Is that less clothy?
Yeah.
So here is another cloth item, but should be less fuzz. So I'm gonna let that dry, guys. In fact, I may go blow dry it. Alright guys, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with the blow drying. That's rubbing alcohol. It should be really fast drying, especially when you heat it up. So having done that, I think it's time to reassemble it and give it a spin. And let's let the results speak for themselves. It's so hot. here's my verdict. Okay, for the last couple weeks, I haven't been able to get this to break 3.5 minutes. Okay, I've been able to get about 3 minutes, 3.5, if I was lucky, 3.5. And so I just cleaned this. It's the first time I've cleaned it, and that just went for like 4 minutes and 45 seconds. So could I get a better spin? Maybe. I could, maybe. I could go try a couple more times, let you know. I don't want to record it again. This video is already probably pretty lengthy. Sorry about that. I wanted you to see the real results though, but I did get an extra minute and 15 seconds out of this. So does cleaning it actually help? I would say yeah. I'm back up to a 445 where previously 330 was where I was topping out. So I would say if it's getting slow, or if you've seen a noticeable drag in the sense of it seems to be not performing to those unboxing levels, see if cleaning it'll help. And if it gets too noisy for you, you know, feel free to oil it back up. So I hope this video was informative to you. I hope this video taught you how to clean and open up your fidget spinner. I don't know if the other copper and the brass ones, if they are built exactly the same way. They look identical. So I can only imagine that they're probably all built the same. So if you want to know how to take it apart, watch this video. I guess you probably already have. Maybe I'll put that in the intro. Who knows? I hope you liked this video. If it was informative to you, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe. Ask your questions below in the comments, because that's why I did this video. I had a couple people ask how to clean it, so hopefully this helps you out. And if you are, like I said, getting hung up or it's not spinning like it used to, maybe try cleaning it. Maybe that'll get it back to what you're looking for. Anyway, I will catch you guys in the next video.